It's rather nice, misty but bright November morning. It's the 6th of November. Traditionally, when there's been bonfire night, you used to get smoky fog always next morning. But people don't really have bonfires anymore, not that they used to. You do get bonfires, but they're quite a bit of like letting off big fireworks. There was one or two last night, turned near home. Nothing serious. Anyway, it's Malton Market's one of the bigger special sales. I didn't enter anything this time. I wasn't quite sure what I was doing. I had planned to bring 3. I got 3 almost in the trailer, and the biggest one went into the flaring nostrils panic mode, so I let it out. So I've only got 2, and then when I checked, it wasn't the 2 I originally planned to take. I had 2, so there was not much to choose between them. In fact, I think the 2 I've got are the 2 best ones, but they're not particularly close in age. The 3 I planned to take were all born in September last year, but the best one of all was only born February this year, so he's in here. Anyway, this happened as it was easier. So what I probably should have done was get them in the proper loading shed. I thought they were quiet, but they weren't as quiet as I expected. And one of the problems when you get them in the loading shed, you're kind of committed to take them, and sometimes next morning one doesn't look quite right, it's bumped its horn off or something. But I think it would have been a hell of a load anyway if I got them 3 in. It's too heavy, they're almost as big as cows like. So I don't really have any problem with taking these 2. I bet they make around £1,000 each. So, oh, in the back I've got some. I brought my jack and wheel brace and things just in case you had a puncture. Because I was expecting particularly to have 3 great big ones in it. It's about the most you can put in. But since I've only got 2, unless it was a desperate puncture, I'd probably be able to just keep going on 3 wheels, as it were. These big bullocks, 2 is really enough. 3 is, you can get 3 in, but it's a hell of a weight. This is one of the worst parts. You've got to come out of here. You can't really see a darn thing when it's foggy like this. In a way, you want to just keep going and not stop, but you have to stop. If you open the window, they only have these bloody side lights on. This will be the most boringest video you ever saw now then. What's this? Probably that red car. See, can you see that on the camera? That's a rear fog light and it's really working quite well. At least I assume it's a rear fog light. Something I've noticed before is how indicators seem to show up a lot better. it's got lights on now. I'm sure it didn't have them on before. I would seriously consider stopping and bollocking him about it, but then it appeared he had his fog lights on afterwards. Yeah, I think we're coming up to the double bends, I'm not sure really. There is a sign for it, but I wouldn't rely on seeing that. They could have fallen over or something. Nobody's following me anyway. I just daren't go much over 40 miles an hour, that's all there is to it. I'm in 4th gear, not 5th. I wouldn't maybe be in 5th anyway. Yeah, this is double bends, I see the ditch. Change down. There always was a spell of water used to run across there on that ditch being partly blocked, and more than once I had a little incident on it, because it's not so much when it's obviously snowy and icy, because you're expecting it would on like a day like this when it's maybe been icy in the night or something, then it's cleared. Temperature's dropping a little bit again now. It's not down to 7. This is the weird thing, it was colder at home. Who puts an umbrella in a skip opened up? It's deserted. To do with, there is, to do with gas. Just go in there. Still a field of maize there. I don't know, it's going to be left for bird cover or what? They have been cutting some of it, so they're maybe just waiting for dry weather. It's surprising how wet it was in there, because this land along here, it's like clay, it's sticky clay, but it's not wet area, it's not quite free drain. Maybe each field varies a bit. There's some better looking winter corn around anyway. Last year they got in an awful pickle above this road roughly. They got it in one way or another and it was okay. But down towards Malton, I don't know what they did eventually, but a lot of fields were never sown in the autumn. And it came to spring and it sort of changed. I should be there by about 10, I'll be back by about 11 or soon after, so let's find far as everything at home is concerned, it's not that different to a normal day, and I don't often start silage until nearly 11. 1, 4 and 7. Up. VW up. I think whoever was in that little scooter there got bogged on the grass. Somebody was walking up behind him. That hardware shop appears to be open. They were a bit more generous about what could stay open, so why not have hardware stores? Because firstly, you could do some painting and decorating, but every now and then you have a minor emergency, like your toilet's bust or something. Garden centres can remain open. It says open. That little cottage always has a nice show of dahlias. They look a bit ratty now though.